Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that Barca have faced a strong competition as PSG are also interested in the highly rated midfielder who have been Barca target for a long time now. Then secondly, talking about our captain, Sergio Busquets, as the Barca captain receives two more offers even as meeting over a new contract gets postponed. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. The coming summer will be an important one for FC Barcelona as they look to shore up their options in all areas of the pitch. One of Javi's top targets is Bernardo Silva. The Barcelona coach has been keeping an eye on the Manchester City playmaker for a while now and considers him an ideal midfield partner for Pedri in the interior positions. There are even reports suggesting Silva's desire to leave the Etihad Stadium at the end of the season. Manchester City themselves are reportedly prepared to offload the playmaker for a fee of around 65 million euros, which is quite a market opportunity for Barca. However, according to Dario Sports, PSG have entered the race to sign Bernardo Silva with a conviction of beating Barca to the chase. After their early elimination from the UEFA Champions League, PSG are ready to make major changes to the squad in the coming summer, which could include the sale of Neymar Jr. Even Kylian Mbappe has been asked to make a decision on his future amid interest from Real Madrid. Bernardo Silva is one of the options the club are considering in their bid to strengthen the squad. The Portuguese international is not too keen on playing for the French outfit, but he might join them if he has no option, especially with Barca not in a position to pay his price tag. PSG sporting director Luis Campos maintains a good relationship with Bernardo Silva's agent, Jorge Mendes, and if everything goes on well, it appears Le Parisiens could be in pole position to secure the services of the former AS Monaco starlet. The onus is now on Barcelona to make a move, preferably by offloading some of their unwanted stars in order to generate revenue. But even then, paying off Silva's asking price could be so tricky for us, considering the fact that we must reduce 200 million euro from our salary mass. Of course, that is what the Liga is saying. 200 million euros is not any small money. And I kind of ask myself, up to now, it still baffles most of us. How on earth do we have that kind of salary mass and Real Madrid with the kind of stars that they have? Because honestly, to be honest, I don't see it. Like, it doesn't ring, it doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. We have no choice, but we have to do what La Liga wants. They are the more powerful side here, and Barca will just have to comply with that. If not, we won't be able to bring in the new faces, of course, according to Javier Tebas, who continue to blast us everywhere he goes. So, talking about Bernardo Silva, of course, Bernardo Silva has been a long time target for us. It has been very difficult. It is just fancy to talk about this transfer news about Bernardo Silva because looking at the current predicaments, it is quite impossible. But we just have to keep fingers crossed as they are now saying that PSG have strongly entered the race as they themselves they want to make the squad revamp after their disappointing loss to Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Definitely, Bernardo Silva is a strong player and of course very talented and very, very technical. And if we are talking about going in for players with such a price tag, I think PSG will win any race when it comes to the current situation that we are going through in our club. Of course, Bernardo Silva, according to reports, wants to depart the Etihad, and not like he's not playing regularly, but he just wants to try another adventure, according to reports. Barcelona, definitely it is his first priority to join because he really likes Barca and he really wants to be part of Xavi's setup. But when we look at the current issues, the financial mess that this club is going through, still not being able to comply with the wage rules or the financial fair play rules, then it makes it very, very difficult to even imagine the scenario of, outpacing Paris Saint-Germain to sign the Manchester City starlet, which is looking so, so tricky as it stands. So let's see how it goes. Let's see. Last season we were strongly linked with him, but the move couldn't materialize as Barca had already used most of their money to bring Lewandowski, Rafinha, Koundé, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be tricky, no doubt about that. But I think definitely there still might be a chance. Who knows? Then on to the next story of discussion. The future of FC Barcelona captain Sergio Busquets has been dominating the headlines for a while now, with a resolution still nowhere in sight. The 34-year-old is in the final few months of his current contract with the club. Manager Xavi Hernandez is keen on retaining his keeper for one more season, but a formal offer for an extension has not been tabled for the midfielder yet. Reports had suggested that Busquets' agent would be meeting with Barca this week, and an offer would be arriving before the game against Athletic Club. However, according to a fresh report from Fernando Polo of Mundo Deportivo, the meeting that was scheduled to take place this week to discuss Busquets' contract situation has been postponed to next week. Amidst this, the former Spanish international has received two more proposals from clubs outside of Europe, with a club from Qatar and another team from the MLS understood to have approached to inquire his services. This means that the list of Busquets suitors has two more additions after Saudi Arabian giants Al Nassr has made a bumper contract offer and Inter Miami had publicly declared their interest in him. The report adds that the offers of Qatar and Saudi Arabia are not something that motivates Busquets, but their importance in his eyes could grow depending on what Barca offered to the midfielder. Meanwhile, the option of the MLS appeals to the midfielder football-wise and at the lifestyle level, but clubs in the USA would not be able to match the financial offers from the Middle East. Barca president Joan Laporta recently confirmed that the club will soon send an offer to Busquets, and it is almost certain that the proposal will be much lower than what he currently earns, with reports even suggesting a salary 3 times lesser than his present one. So based on what Barca offer, Busquets could decide to continue or look elsewhere. Either way, the 34-year-old wants a quick resolution on the matter, and the meeting next week could prove decisive. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.